Aries, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, welcome to another Aries tarot reading. Aries love tarot reading, Aries love reading, and as is pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet, Aries love messages, channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. As you can see, the Chariot is here in reverse. What have you been waiting for, Aries? What's going on in this connection? This is a reading where we're going into their feelings for you, what you might need to know or don't see coming, what's on everybody's mind or somebody in particular. Is anyone making a move? Let's continue checking out the energy coming in. It's the Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay. Are you waiting for somebody to reveal feelings or something bigger here in this Two of Cups? Venus and Cancer energy, love between you and this person. Coming here with the Queen of Wands, Leo energy. Yeah. Is this around just revealing feelings? Or is this around making a major offer, like a major move? Go into the Chariot when you get out of the Lover's card, and at the moment, as you can see, it came in reverse. So this is a pretty strong validation of where things are, like waiting on somebody. Is this somebody you love? I think so. Looks like you love each other, but there's something going on, yeah, in the way of sharing that or more. Kind of feels like it's about more, like a big move, which could be literal around travel, you know, but it feels more like it's about making a move within the connection. Yeah. Is it going to be happening? Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So we've seen the Two of Cups. Now we're here in the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and also the Knight of Cups, Scorpio and Pluto. The proposal energy is pretty strong off the charts here, I have to say. The Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, all of which have that energy. So it seems like this is what you're waiting for. Now, obviously, that could be marriage. That just goes without saying. But we could be looking at other energies around proposal. Had you built a life with this person? Were you building it? Was it on the table? That could be anything from getting more serious, coming out of something more physical or platonic, more exclusive, moving in. Again, marriage can definitely be on the table. A new beginning around this Ace of Cups. Okay, Aries, let's keep moving on and seeing the energy that's coming in. I just wanted to remind you that this is a timeless reading. You are here when you are meant to be here. It's a general tarot reading, so take what resonates and let the rest go. All the playlists, brain fart, all the playlists are linked in the description of today's video. Your readings, Aries, as well as all 12 zodiac signs, all signs tarot readings, collective love readings, twin flame readings if you are on a twin flame journey, and more. So feel free to explore. Remember, if you are hearing my content anywhere in any way, shape, or form other than here on my verified channel on YouTube, it means that people are stealing the content. Thank you to those of you that have emailed. We have been taking the channels down, and we will continue to do so here or wherever you are seeing and or hearing my content. Here on YouTube, there's a whole thing going on. You've probably seen it where they just fill the table. They fill the table with like the cards and their fake channel name, whatever. It doesn't move. You don't see cards like this being held up and talked about and seeing shuffling and links we talk about, all of that. You don't see any of that because they're stealing the audio. Sometimes they change it, sometimes they don't, sometimes they splice it up, sometimes they don't, whatever. It's really easy to tell when it's my content, and you guys have been amazing in keeping on top of that. So are we. Keep the emails coming, and if you do suspect or you're not sure or you're sure, just send the email through. We can figure that out. The email is in the description of today's video, but it is also on the About Me page. Okay, let's continue on. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Aries. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's the Six of Cups. So at this point, we've seen the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Chariot in reverse. So other than the Queen of Wands, Aries, it's all water energy around the emotions. And clearly this is somebody that, that you're attached to, that's attached to you. And there's an apology here. Ten of Swords in reverse. Justice, Libra energy. The Fool. The Eight of Wands. The King of Wands. So we had the Queen of Wands coming in. Again, our only energy other than the Nine of Swords is here. Temperance is here. Other than the water up to that point. Now, things are starting to be revealed. With that said, the Six of Cups is here in the partnership placement. That is a very nostalgic energy. And it's also a validation for me that, yes, this person is very much thinking about you. This is somebody that I feel like this person didn't follow through with something around the commitment. The King of Wands here, the counterpart to the Queen of Wands, which we already saw. Divine masculine energy. The Queen of Wands, divine feminine energy. And Aries, this is your energy. The yin-yang energy around the wands. The balanced energy in that respect in terms of what kind of move is being made. It's really clear. Eight of Wands on the other end, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Eight of Wands, Mercury in Sagittarius. Right in the middle of that is the Queen of Swords. So there's definitely an apology coming here. It's really clear. In fact, it's somebody who has a lot of explaining to do. Right behind our King of Wands is the Knight of Swords. Coming in pretty fast. Knight of Swords, Libra, and Mercury energy. So obviously with the Mercury energy here, it's just a really strong validation around the communication. And I would be remiss if I did not mention that if you're here in real time, we are in Mercury retrograde. It's kind of an intense one as well. So I'm not really surprised by this. This is somebody who is literally awake in the night thinking about you. Nine of Swords, also connected to the Devil card. And today for me, at the moment, well, there's a couple of things actually going on, but it's a really strong attachment. But this Nine of Swords is also connected to the Six of Cups. And this is somebody who's literally waking up, or maybe even not going to bed, thinking about everything from how you met, when you met, what's been happening, and you could say the current energy and what's coming up here. What's really clear is that I think this is more than an apology, Aries. It's definitely somebody who needs to make things right. Justice is here. Justice is here, Major Arcana and Temperance. And it's all leading up here to the Six of Cups. Two Major Arcana energies here, one of which is really strong around making things right. This is Libra energy. Justice is connected to the heart chakra. So the other thing that's interesting is the Queen of Swords is like my protege to justice, which is also here, right next to the apology, also next to the King of Wands, the getting the courage literally to come in here and communicate, the Knight of Swords right behind. So what's been going on? What does this person need to make right? Well, what are the details? I don't know. The details are going to be really specific for you, but it's just really, also really very super clear that this is somebody who is waking up again or not going to sleep at all, thinking about you and preparing to reach out. With this current energy that's going on, I wouldn't be surprised if they already have. It does feel like it's, I don't know, like maybe a little bit impulsive and, and chaotic. But there's an energy here of clean slate. This is somebody who, who wants a clean slate with you. Six of Cups also connected here to this major arcana, the Fool. Aquarius and Uranus energy. Hoping that it's almost like, well, yeah, follow along. Want this too. Take a chance. You go into the Fool when you're getting out of the World card. And that is an energy of completion. So what's been going on in there? That's the other thing I want to validate. Should there be some type of karmic situation, whether it's legal or around a person? I do want to validate that. In fact, I do want to validate that there is an energy maybe of somebody who has a vice going on. So it's validated here within the Devil card, Capricorn and Saturn energy, but also in this Temperance energy, like waking up and waking up and participating in some kind of a vice, like being awake or just staying awake. Again, that energy does come through really strong. It could be that it's played a part in what's going on here. It feels more like it's just where this person is, like trying to get the courage in that sense. Temperance is also connected to the heart chakra. This is Sagittarius energy, and it is a restoring balance energy and harmony. It's a moderating energy. Temperance is Archangel Michael, who specifically is connected to the solar plexus chakra I do and the throat chakra I speak, wanting to get everybody on the path for everybody's highest good. At the very least, I would say. There's more. Okay. The Lover's card is here, and here is the World card. It's in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is here. The Page of Pentacles is here. The Wheel of Fortune. The Seven of Swords in reverse. And the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands in reverse. So here's something I want to be really clear about. It's not going to be for everybody that there is a marriage energy or not. Really, it's more about not following through with it. But I do want to validate that came through really early on in your reading of waiting for something, waiting for this move for somebody to make. On the other end of our Four of Wands, which is your energy, Aries, Venus and Aries energy, is the Chariot. And that's again, the lack of the movement. The Chariot is where you go when you get out of the Lover's card, which is here. We saw the Two of Cups already. We're seeing the Lover's card. The feelings are clearly here. This is somebody you love that loves you too. It may be that you've known them for many, many years, going way back to when you were younger, but that's also a feeling. It's kind of feeling like you've known somebody forever. The soul connection energy is really strong here, soulmate energy. If you're on a twin flame journey, it is here. I also want to validate the Seven of Swords energy in reverse. Aquarius and Uranus energy is not only a runner, so whether this is somebody running from major commitment like marriage, running from talking about it, or just completely running because there's perhaps some kind of karmic situation here. At the very least, I want to tell you this is somebody who is sorry who has an apology they've been holding on to. Making peace, making things right. And the Seven of Swords, as I'm saying it in reverse, is here with the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is that apology. Connecting also to the Queen of Swords, the truth. Libra ruled by Venus, which is Libra's ruling planet, of course, also Taurus, but this is a Libra energy. Is somebody coming in here with more than an apology? Here's the thing, I feel like there's a lot of timing that's going on around this connection, and for a lot of you it does feel like it's long distance, or there's a distance between you. Obviously that could mean that it's not that far, and I think that is the case for some of you, but for a lot of you I do feel like there is a pretty big distance. Whatever the case is, so we talk about the Fool energy, this clean slate energy. You go into the Fool when you're getting out of the World card. And what is actually clear here, and we're going to look at the rest of this energy in just a moment, is, and I want to talk more about the Lover's card as well, but is that the World card is in reverse. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energy. That's telling me that that's where we still are. This is an energy of completion. You could say, well, karmic debts paid, life lessons learned, obstacles, challenges met, overcome. There is timing energy here, divine number, divine timing. This reversal energy is telling me a couple of things, a few things actually. One, that there is a delay. Now the delay is clearly around the move you're waiting for. And I want to validate if that's an actual move, like somebody getting on in a plane, planes, trains, automobiles, like travel, and we're talking relocation, that's a validation. But obviously that could also just be around coming around or even traveling to you. But I also want to validate that it's around a life-changing decision and a move, which can be connecting to things like marriage and commitment energy. The last thing is the connection to something that's not finished, other unfinished situations, which could be which I do actually feel like are here in the World card, but can be around, well, things like a karmic situation. And that, of course, can be around matters of the heart. Justice is connected to the heart chakra, but it could also be around legal issues. Whatever the case is, there's still something here that's not finished around this person. So whether that's a job, money, a person, so person, place, or thing, whatever, it is in reverse. And it is connecting to this energy of where they are now, like what's on their mind. Is, I would say, moving through that and moving here to the Fool energy and having a clean slate, another chance. And it really is keeping this person awake thinking about it. It's just really super clear. And the attachment is strong. The Lover's card and the Devil's card are connected. You're both here. The Lover's card connected to the heart chakra. And this is Archangel Raphael, who of course is connected to the heart chakra, but also connected to the throat chakra. I love, I speak. I love you. And it is just really clear that this is somebody who's, it's clear to me actually that both of you are still totally attached. And that's also been really validated in the Two of Cups. But it's really specific here around this energy, this person. That's what I wanted to say. It's also connecting here with this Eight of Wands, which is hearing from this person or hearing about them. I kind of feel like it's hearing from them. Of course, it could be around somebody else who has something to say. But the energy between you and this person is really intense. I'm going to kind of leave it at that. It does feel like there's high kind of chemistry energy. But with this current energy as well, with the retrograde, I'm just not surprised because They're waking up, they're not sleeping well, they're thinking about this reunion here in the Six of Cups. It's somebody who I feel like is kind of obsessing about you. It could be that it's vice versa too, if you're obsessing about them. And it actually feels like it's kind of mutual. With that said, this is a runner. We have a runner here who has an apology to make. This making peace energy, making things right energy, which hasn't been done yet, is around this Ten of Swords in reverse. So what happened there? The details of that are going to be really specific. But it's a validation that something ended. And for some of you, it's been a while. You know that it's been the separation, the no contact, no communication, and or in separation has been going on for a while. Interesting with our Queen of Pentacles today, Capricorn and Saturn, because she's looking kind of annoyed. Look at her. The Queen of Pentacles is my protege to the Empress. And there's a lot of Gaia energy here. Can kind of make things work that were not working. It's the Queen of Pentacles. But the Queen here is also looking, like sick of waiting. This is a really slow-moving energy, the Pentacle. Contracts, relationships, partnerships. Long-term energy, but slow-moving. Right in between, the World card in reverse, which is really the epitome of slow-moving, life-changing decisions, major moves, travel. The World card is Saturn energy. And that's just, can slow some things down. Present some obstacles, life lessons. It's life. It's what we're, it's what we're all doing. But it's just a really strong validation for me that that we're still here in this energy today, in this cycle. This is where things are at the moment. With that said, the reaching out energy could be at any moment. You could almost say any way, shape, or form. So if you can see each other. And should that be the case, I want to validate that I think it will be intense, emotionally intense, and that somebody is going to walk away. Maybe even there's like back and forth, But I want to validate around Mercury. And as you know, as I talk about here at the Tarot Closet, pretty much in every reading, Mercury is strongly connected to reading and writing. So, of course, we could be looking at an SMS, a text message, social media, email, which is pretty strong around the message, I feel like. But obviously, if you can see each other, our messenger is here as well, the Page of Pentacles, which doesn't surprise me that it's connecting to this apologetic energy and the Queen of Swords, and why it's delayed, what the heck even happened here, and why it's in this energy. Because the Page energy is just like, look at them staring at the Pentacle, trying to figure out how to do this. And it's both around the commitment and the connection, but it's also around the communication. Last but definitely not least is the Wheel of Fortune. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energy, a turning point energy. I have to tell you, I feel like it's doing this. As you can see, I'm spinning it. It's what, for me, is like a spinner, and that's because I think it's here still. I feel like it's still in reverse, but that's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune. It's the cycles of life, so it's always turning. Fate and destiny, controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. What's really clear, and what's going to happen at some point anyway, is that the cycle is, the Wheel of Fortune is turning, that there's a new cycle, and that's the thing, it's here. So it's just, it's like an any moment kind of situation, like prepare kind of energy, like it could happen at any moment. Actually, it wants to go here. The Wheel of Fortune, this is Jupiter energy, and that's the planet of prosperity and growth, but also luck. which coincides for me with timing. And it's also connected to the throat chakra. I speak. Connected to about what? Well, the delay in it. Whatever's going on here in this World card. Truth is just clear here for me in terms of feelings. Two of Cups. We saw the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Lover's card is here. The Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of energy around that. So the feelings are just, they're here. That's not a question. That's not even up for debate for me in this reading today. But what happened is going to be specific, what you're waiting on. And yeah, what is in this message or phone call or conversation? Because it does feel intense. It feels emotional. It feels like there's a lot of kind of conflict here. But at the bottom of it all, there are two people here who are still totally attached. And this person's really, at the moment, all wound up. Not sleeping, kind of staying awake, playing everything over and over in their head. Let's bring in some oracle. I'm not reading it in reverse. Let's see if there is any validation, new insight, clarity. Flexible is here. That is coming also to a 10, which deduces into a 1, which is a new cycle. So some kind of compromises. But again, it's also here with the Chariot in reverse. And that's also a validation of the lack of compromise. The lack of things having been moved or moving toward where you were or where you were heading. It feels a lot more like where you were heading. Yeah, the delays around it are just really super clear. So are the feelings. Look, the yin energy and where it wanted to go. Catty corner to the Lover's card connecting to the Eight of Wands. The emotional flow to you. The feelings are just not, are not a question for me. And there's just such a strong validation around communication, but it definitely feels erratic. So Thinker is here. Hello. That camera is so annoying. Thank you to those of you emailing me saying, hey, do you have a battery on it? I do. It's not about the camera battery. It's just what these cameras do. But I apologize. I don't look up sometimes and I get sort of caught up in it. Anyway, you didn't miss anything. This is, I think it caught everything, but if it didn't, obviously the flexible card is here. The yin is here. Connecting, wanted to directly connect with the feelings, the yin energy, obviously. Connecting to the Eight of Wands. And to be fair, also came down in Treasure Island. The feelings here are, again, it's just super clear to me. And this Observer energy is like Page of Swords. Page of Swords, Six of Cups, Nine of Swords, Lover's card, Two of Cups. This person, the Devil card, is kind of obsessing, Aries. Here also with the Thinker, what are they thinking about you? Everything that's happened, everything that hasn't happened up to this point, all the feelings that are here, and the apology that is here that I feel like you have not received yet. Again, it's really specific what the details are. For some of you, it was or is involving major commitment energy, like next level, moving in marriage is really very strong. But I also think for a lot of you, there is a distance, there's a karmic situation going on, and that it's just a lot more complicated than that. I want to bring in some channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. The bottom of the deck, do you love me? And to be fair, that's justice. The yin-yang energy, look at this. The yin-yang energy then coming over here, connecting with the yin energy. The treasure island energy, this turtle is here in the water. The emotions, timing, around divine timing. They're carrying a treasure chest with hearts and stars. A starfish. Infinite possibilities. And the thing is, that's interesting about that is it is connecting to the Wheel of Fortune, almost like they're heading for that. It's like they're not there yet, you know? And the other thing I do want to validate, connecting with the World card. If this is around a relocation, it's here. It's like it hasn't happened, but you can see because the turtle, that's their house. But it's also still on the table for the move, you know, in terms of like where things are going in this connection. I love you has been really clear. I love you like way more than you know. I'm kind of obsessed energy. Do you love me? This is someone who is just not getting you out of their mind. I regret letting you go. No, I am not over you. I really beeping miss you. I have not moved on. I am lying, and that's the truth. To be fair and justice. I do want to validate if there are some kind of legal issues. You know, it's definitely a high possibility. I want to be honest. I really beeping miss you and I have not moved on. I'm lying. Like I've been lying. I haven't moved on. Now that's just really clear. You have no idea you do this to me. I am waking up. It's Judgment. The angel for messages, the herald of visions. That's Archangel Gabriel, who specifically is connected to the sacral chakra I feel. In the third eye chakra, I see the self-awareness. It's really strong to around the past energy. You know, there's a connection here, obviously. There's no closure. It hasn't been moving. I think we are soulmates. So that's already been really established for me, but this is just a validation of where their head is, you know, their thoughts about it. There is so much left unsaid. Right here on Yin, connected to the Eight of Wands. I heard our song today. So somebody listening to music, obviously. And I miss talking to you. More Tarot Closet channeled love messages. Love messages from your person. Messages from their higher self. We belong together, Aries. I am hiding my true feelings. Please wait for me. I'm sorry I ran. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, that's exactly what that message is. And I am so sorry I hurt you, and that's also the Seven of Swords in reverse, as well as the Ten of Swords in reverse. I am waking up. Such a strong validation. It's the second time that's come down. I care too much what people think. Cultural, religious differences, social status. Kind of feels like there's a lot of differences just even in the way you're living. It's going to be really specific for you. It's Hierophant energy for me. I am so lost without you. Your last channeled love message from your person, message from their higher self, Aries. You are so good to me. Right here on Thinker, like everything they're thinking about. Beautiful Aries, that is your reading today. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate you being here. I'm sending you love and I'm sending you light and hoping the best for you. Until next time.